All right, so Wizards of the Coast has a really big problem on their hands. And for those of you that aren't aware or haven't heard, yeah, there's been some scams going on in the ranks of Amazon where some of the cheapest sealed box prices of Magic has been kind of a sore point for a lot of people. Not for its consumers. Oh no, they're not going to complain about cheap Modern Horizons 2 collector boxes at 320 bucks a pop. Or some of this, the Zendikar Rising. And the reason why I'm using this product is this is the most recent scammery that has gone on. It was actually reported on Reddit. Um, Someone I don't know, maybe on a whim, decided to buy one of the Zendikar Rising collector booster boxes that you see right here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is fucked up. What the buyer had done was he opened it on video, and I don't know. He wanted to open it up, and you guys can check it out. I mean, it's like a huge topic on Reddit right now within the Magic channels. He opened up and first of all, a Zendikar Rising collector booster box is $207. It's not cheap. They sent it in one of their normal blue and white bubble mailers where you can just rip open the top and then that's it. You just go ahead and pull the packaging out. Stuff has been damaged that way before. Amazon people, they like to throw that stuff on conveyors and all that. So, as far as the safety of getting your item in these bubble packs, can be a little bit dicey to say the least. Quite frankly, I think they probably should have packaged it up a whole lot better. So this individual had opened up his pack right on film on Reddit, and yeah, it was weird right off the bat. All right, this person opened up, saw the Zendikar Rising collector booster box. One thing that he noted was that there aren't any Wizards of the Coast white logos as you normally see on the normal manufactured wrapping provided by Wizards of the Coast. I mean, that's apparent. And he went on, sliced it up, opened it up. Every goddamn booster pack was open. Um, and that was it. That was the end of the video. There was also someone else that opened up 6 boxes of Time Spiraled Remastered, and come to find out, every single pack was sliced open. So a lot of those retro foil frame cards that are worth the most amount of money. Now, keep in mind, Time Spiral Remaster has a lot of other valuable cards as well. Um, we'll just assume that those cards were searched, and any relevant cards that are worth a spit were taken out of there. All right, so how is this more of Wizards of the Coast problem and less Amazon? Well, let me talk to you a little bit about Amazon because I used to sell on there as recently as December, and I decided to get out of it because it was more trouble than it's worth. Selling on Amazon's pretty easy. Okay, we operate an LLC, which makes it easier to do taxes, and if we needed to hire people, we could do that as well. Fortunately, we didn't do that. We've been doing the whole Amazon thing for nearly 2 years and decided enough was enough. But when someone buys an item, okay, either you warehouse the stuff out of your own facility, your garage, or if you have a small little warehouse or storage, whatever, you can do it like that as well. Now, there's always the opportunity that someone will not like what they received and they will return it. Returns are a part of the game. So much so that Amazon receives a huge volume of returns daily. And a lot of the returns that they do receive back, they ended up putting it into case boxes, they palletize them, and then they sell them to auction. All right, and then people could buy like a whole giant pallet of returns, for like 500 bucks or 200 bucks or 1,000, 1,500, depending on what's in there. So through the process of the returns, okay, they have a group of people that actually look at the items returned, all right, And if everything looks good, the case packs and the cartons in which the product is held in looks good, they're going to go ahead and restock it. And this is kind of like the process that they normally go through at the fulfillment centers. And this is where the unfortunate events come into play when it comes to these returned Magic the Gathering booster boxes. Is that being able to reseal a box is not difficult at all. As a matter of fact, some of the machinery that you can use to re-shrink wrap these boxes are really affordable. Sometimes as low as like maybe $150 to $200. You buy one of those, you buy all the shrink wrap supplies, all the extraneous stuff, and then you're ready to do a lot of scamming. All right. So what exactly is happening with the scanning gig? Um, the people who are participating in this illegal activity, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's fucking illegal as all get out, because it is theft. It is theft at the end of the day. It could very well possibly be that third level, third degree grand theft, because I believe that's over $500. And it's a felony. All right, I'm just a straight up felony. And people are buying these boxes like I have my pointer on. You know, the higher dollar items with the chase cards, with the full art foils, and the in this case the Zendikar Rising collector booster boxes also have those expeditions. All right, so they got fetch lands, they got Cavern of Souls, they got all the badass stuff in there. And a lot of those cards are valued anywhere from about $20, $30, and they could go as high as like $100, I believe. And sometimes even a little bit more if some of these cards are foil, like a foil Cavern of Souls is like 140, $150. So let's say, for example, and Wizards of the Coast sells, or I think they probably go by Magic the Gathering. If you clicked on, say, the Zendikar Rising box right here, this one is offered from the Magic the Gathering store. All right, so they have their own business entity on Amazon to sell their product. Okay, so Joe Schmo, illegal bastard, goes on here and buys 50 of these collector boxes. Guess what that person's going to do? They're going to go receive the product 1 or 2 days later, and they're going to open up all the packs. They're going to preserve the integrity of the box perfectly, so that way it doesn't even look like it's been touched. They'll open up the packs. They'll go ahead and pull out all of the rare foils, all of the rare expeditions. Modern Horizons 2 is really hot right now, so they're going to pull out all of the fetch lands. They're going to pull out the Ragavans, all of the Evoke incarnations, and all that great stuff. And they're going to take all that and they're going to resell it. Plain and simple. It's that kind of it's an enterprise in itself, but it's so incredibly easy to do that I have no doubt that it was going to be a huge crack in the armor for Wizards of the Coast, because they are insistent on selling a lot of the new standard and modern and commander sets for the duration until they decide that, hey, we don't need this anymore. We're going to go ahead and discontinue and not print any more of this product, and that's it. And then they're going to continue to sell, and they always undercut all of your local card shops, which is unfortunate, because the card shops ultimately is going to be the bread and butter and the soul of your gaming experience. Now that the country is beginning to open up, after the pandemic, people want to go and do tabletop Magic. They want to do Commander. They want to do the standard events. They want to do pre-release and limited draft and all this other stuff. So Wizards of the Coast, Magic, or Hasbro, they're all one the same. They're undercutting all of the LCSs by a huge margin. Like this collector box that you see here for Zendikar Rising, a lot of LCSs are still selling these for like $250 to $275. They're selling the Modern Horizons 2 collector booster boxes for pretty close to that $350 to $400 range still. Okay, and then their ability to order more of these is not as good as it was on day one. But however, you go on to Amazon, you go to the Magic the Gathering store, and boom, they got pallets of these things ready to go at $320 or less. The prices begin to drop every day until it gets to a point where it's leveled, and then they'll start to go back up. And that's probably around the time where it's going to go out of print, and then they're going to do away with that product and make their room ready for more of the new stuff. So these unscrupulous individuals will use their shrink wrap machines. And in the case of the gentleman on Reddit that opened up the Zendikar Rising booster box, as you can see, it's not a professional enterprise other than knowing how to shrink wrap the box, because to Amazon employees who handle all different types of brands and all this other stuff, they can't differentiate these booster boxes, these collector boxes. As long as it's shrink wrapped, it looks good to them. So what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and restock it onto the shelf, to Magic the Gathering store's stock number or whatever it is, and it's going to be ready for the next person to purchase. Now, you got to consider, ever since Magic or Wotc has been doing this on Amazon, there's been a ton of product that's been continuously filtering through the system. People have been receiving legit product, but I'm willing to bet there's a ton of people that's ordering these. They're cracking open the packs. They're putting the packs still in the wrappers. So they're just kind of like loosely putting it together, putting it back into the box. All they're doing is shrink wrapping it, maybe put a fake little sticker on the back or something like that, and then send it back to Amazon. And unfortunately, this is where Amazon's very loose, I'm not going to say loose at all, because again, you have Amazon employees that are handling all different types of products, so they can't differentiate the authenticity of a Magic the Gathering booster box. Looking out for the little white logos all over the plastic wrap, or differentiating, the seams on there that are characteristic to Wotc product. They just can't do that. If it looks shrink wrapped, untampered, they'll go ahead and restock it. And that's the unfortunate part. So this is obviously going to be Wizards of the Coast issue, because they're going to get and receive so much goddamn bad press off of this. It's going to be absolutely insane. Okay, and then this might actually force Wizards of the Coast to find an alternate method of selling these products, because they can't sell on Amazon and initiate a no return policy. Amazon doesn't play that way. If you don't like the product, you send it back to Amazon, and they'll either destroy it or put it back onto the shelf if it looks like it's in brand new condition. So that is the really unfortunate part to this whole experience. Some would say that Amazon is more to blame. I don't think so. They're not to blame in all of this. As a matter of fact, they're just doing their job. And again, when it comes to rare collectibles and all that stuff, I mean, Amazon even sells coins. They sell silver. They sell all sorts of things of extraordinary value: electronics, TVs, gaming consoles, you name it. They even sell studio equipment for, doing vlogs. It's quite the empire that Jeff Bezos is building, and that's probably why he's been able to, ride the giant blue penis up into the stratosphere here in the last couple days. But this is an internal issue that Wotc needs to reconcile before they decide to continuously sell this, because it's going to piss off the customer base. The very customers that originally pump money and make Hasbro richer is going to turn on them because of things like this. And we don't want to see that, all right? And in hindsight, there's really no way to catch the bad guys. All we could do is kind of slow it down, stop it, recognize that there's an issue with this, and then make the next steps. Is Amazon going to be the forever place? No. as a matter of fact, maybe Wotc needs to open up their own website, and sell everything on there, kind of like what they did with ScaleFast and the whole secret layer business, is to make a centralized area where they can buy this stuff. But unfortunately, they're going to have to hire some employees to do all of the scaling and the shipping and packaging and inventory and all that great stuff. It is what it is. Amazon may not be the answer to their future empire of selling the products and undercutting all of the game stores that really need this inventory. Because, again, at the end of the day, it costs very little to print these cards, as beautiful and gorgeous as some of these foils are, okay? It costs pennies on the dollar. I was in the printing business for 10 years. This ain't shit, all right? As a matter of fact, it probably costs less than $10 to produce each one of these boxes, and that's just a shame. That's a hell of a lot of money. It's time that they put their money where their mouth is and help the customer base, to help the player base, to improve, to expand, to support not only local card shops, but its players, because these people buy the product. They give them the money. If they can't fix this issue with Amazon, it's game over, and that's it. If you like today's video, feel free to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm very pissed off that this is happening, and you guys ought to be mad too. This might be a time where you guys can take a stand and affect change in all of this, because it's not going to stop. If no one does anything, this is not going to stop. People are going to be spending $208 plus shipping or not shipping, if you're a Prime member. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you're spending $100 some odd a year for Prime membership, and this is the bullshit you're getting. It needs to change. All right, thank you guys for joining. I'm Sean with Blue Ridge Collectibles, and I'll see you next time.